Welcome to the top online TV station, Disability Sausage Media, where we enjoy life just like eating a sausage. I am your host, Paul Mugambi. If you may like, call me Impof number one. In today's episode, we are learning more about the what we call the hearing privilege. As we know, September is International Deaf Week, which was started in 1958 by the World Federation of the Deaf. And as such, we intend to really learn more about how the deaf culture is, sign language, etc. And I'll be giving you some few facts on what we call the hearing privilege. Maybe many of you've not heard of this terminology, but today in the Disability Sausage Media, where we enjoy life just like eating a sausage, we'll be learning more on this. First, we know that persons who are deaf are part of the larger disability movement, and they face several barriers. And as we know that there are four categories of barriers which persons with abilities experience, ranging from attitudinal, communication, institutional, and what we call environmental. And all such, we are there supposed to break the barriers. And we know that globally we have United Nations Convention on Rights of Persons with Abilities, which is an agreement which was made by the global leaders and activists, persons with abilities, academia, etc. in 2006. And later on, many countries have really signed it and ratified. And Kenya ratified in 2008. And currently, when you talk about the deaf population in Kenya, census was done in 2019, but we don't have the real statistics in terms of what's need to be in terms of what was collected, because of many challenges that you are experiencing that later. But we expect sooner or later data statistics will be collected and we'll be able to know the numbers. Back to our topic about the hearing privileges. As you know, the larger population of persons without disabilities, there are so many things which people take for granted in terms of addressing issues of hearing impairment or deaf persons. Number one, many a times where people who are deaf are not aware or are not aware of the impending emergencies or signals which are being given if they are not communicated in the right way. And this is part of the hearing privilege, whereby many of us can hear and are able to be notified, but the deaf are not involved. Number two, privilege of hearing is whereby many a times when we communicate, we tend to speak verbally, but the deaf persons and the hearing impaired persons do not have an opportunity of this. And this one denies them an opportunity of being communicated or to communicate or even socialize. Number three fact about hearing impairment privilege is about when socializing or culture, our culture, generally how we behave, how we deal with many things. And we know that deaf people have their own culture and reduces interaction between persons who are hearing and those who are not. So these are privilege for many of us who tend to have our different cultures, whether they come from different ethnic communities. And as such, you find these are privileges which many persons with the deaf or hearing impairment are not experiencing. Another hearing impairment or hearing privilege which we tend to ignore is the language itself. As part of the way English is communicated or Swahili, it is not the same way as the way the deaf people experience. So sometimes you might find that the hearing persons, cannot understand what needs to be done. Actually, as we talk about this hearing privileges, I would like to mention a few tips on how we can really address, or how we can bring the enablers in place to ensure that the deaf persons also enjoy the rights as persons. And also a few tips. Number one, usage of sign language is a key, and each country has its own sign language, as in Kenya. And number two is usage of gestures. Sometimes if you're able to understand the gestures which people communicate as hearing impaired persons, you can be able to communicate. Another tip is use of lip reading, which is quite often and where you need to maintain eye contact to understand what this person is communicating. Another tip is writing. You can exchange notes. This one can be either through pen and paper, and for technologically savvy individuals, you can use Facebook, WhatsApp, and other applications which have really come up. When we talk about these tips, technology is even coming up very strongly in terms of interacting with the deaf population through artificial intelligence, whereby we also have what we call transcription of the messages being communicated. So at the end of the day, you are able to understand that even deaf can be able to participate. And as we know, as we maintain here as Disability Sausage Media, we normally tell people that we need people to participate equally and to be recognized. And as such, that's why we are in this Deaf Awareness Month. We are advocating for persons who are deaf to be recognized and to be given opportunity to participate just like any other person within the community. Remember, these are top online TV station, Disability Sausage Media, where we enjoy life just like eating a sausage. At the end of the day, we know that through this platform of Disability Sausage Media is whereby we try to reduce ableism in order to include everyone in the society. That's our biggest mission, so that we can be able to enable people to enjoy all this. I really appreciate the viewership and those people who are watching. Continue watching us as you enjoy September, this Deaf Awareness Month. I have been your host, Paul Mugambi. Continue liking. This has been your show, Disability Sausage Media. Adios.